Hello, everyone. My name is Cameron Cowan. This is The Living Joke. Let me get the right show to start with, because I was just doing a live that I didn't anticipate being a live earlier, so I've spent a lot of time on live today. But that's okay. Thank you all so much for being here. This is The Living Joke. I'm going to bring out Connor and Will in a second. But I want to do some housekeeping first. One, thank you to all of our new Substack subscribers. Oh my goodness. Y'all have discovered Substack, and it is now a whole thing. So thank you to everybody who's subscribing. If you have not subscribed, you should. TheLivingJoke.substack.com has lots of extra content, all this type of thing. I know that Will's in a lot of live videos and we are behind on posting them, so I gotta crack the whip on our producer Adonis to get some of that new content up and emailed out to y'all. But that's where the show lives. There's also links to our socials, info about all of us, pictures, all that fun stuff, and the meme wall, which I just updated with some real vintage memes. So that was fun and great. But you also can find really great stuff on our Instagram, TLJ_joke. And you can find great clips for this show and other things on TikTok as well. Some of the stuff that Will makes for Instagram that does so well, one of whom has recently gone viral, hence the new Substack subscribers. We're going to try to start flexing over into TikTok as well. To keep growing that platform. So we have a great show for you today. We have lots of video, lots of gaming stuff. Will's going to tell a story, so let me go grab the guys. Here we go. And let me undo. Wait, no, hang on. There we go. And now we're going to. Yes. Yeah, here we are. Okay, good. Yes. And let me change this to another week in gaming. So, hi guys, what's up?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, it's
good to be
we
here.
have fun here. Yes. No, it's very, very exciting. So, oh, I don't like where that overlay is. Let me move that over here. But yeah, hi guys, how are we doing today?
I'm feeling spectacular.
Good. Well, we have an interesting kind of video to kind of get started with. There are some new gaming peripherals out. Yeah, thank you. Shut up. That's autoplay videos. That nobody wants that. Literally no one. I don't know why that's a thing. Nobody wants that. But there's some new gaming peripherals dropped. I don't need to play them all, but one I thought might give you two a bit of nostalgia is the Game Boy attachment for USB-C phones, which includes the newest version of iPhone and Android. So let me put us in the this guy and get rid of this guy and bring in Connor. Is too big. That's a lot of Connor. Let's right size you. Here we go. My last interview I had it per much bigger, and so it defaulted to that. But yeah, so this one this should get you guys real good. I saw this and I'm kind of like, they're gonna love this. Here we go.
All right, 8-bit do.
We also checked out the 8-bit Flip Pad, which is a USB-C attachment that plugs into the bottom of your phone and acts as a controller, and it's really convenient for playing retro-style games. So if you have emulators on your Android or
that sounds cool.
Apple is now allowing that stuff.
I thought you guys might like that.
It's a very convenient way to have a slim-fitted controller, and I've seen things like
so
this in the
cute.
past where you slide your phone into a whole device, but it's bulky.
Yeah, I noticed he said Apple's now allowing emulation, and you know, I was looking through the App Store before I switched back to Android, and I came across an emulator, and I'm like, oh shit, they haven't found this one yet, and I downloaded it. I didn't even know they changed their policy. I was like, quick, download it. This one slipped through. China did it again.
Yeah. No, now it's a whole thing. So yeah, I thought you guys might be into that one. It looks really cool, especially if you know have older games to play on your phone and whatnot.
keep it connected without
The,
it getting annoying, and then flip it back up if you're ready to
yeah.
play again. So it's
This is
one of
like
the
a
most
condensed
convenient
version of
solutions for
their
having a
simple
gamepad with a
controller.
mobile device.
Their
And you got the
simple no
full
frills
controller
like
suite
level
with the D-pad, the face buttons,
base level
and the shoulder
model.
buttons on
Yeah.
top of it
So
as
they
well.
stretched it
So
down and
I
made it
got
into
to
a
play Super Mario
USB-C
Brothers
with input,
through
and oh, that's so
Cities
sick.
Means. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
kidding, but
thought you
did
guys
get to
would be
use
into
it playing the
that.
game, and it is exactly as you expected.
The other
If you do
one...
jump into the Kickstarter, and it is planned to be shipping out
Oh,
this
yes,
March.
this one. I thought this also might get you guys a little excited.
We've seen a lot of mobile controllers, but surprisingly, there's still innovation in the space, and we've seen that with the M-Con Lite and the M-Con Slim. Both of these are mobile controllers that magnetically snap onto your phone and connect via Bluetooth.
Ooh.
The thing about these is they feel like a phone case because it snaps at the back of it, and it's such a thin profile. And we got hands-on with both of them. And the M-Con Lite has a little bit more tactility to it. It's a little bit thicker, so you have a better grip on it, and it has TMR thumbsticks. They're not fully thumbsticks; they're more like 3DS sliding sticks. So it might not be the best solution performance-wise, but it is one of the more convenient options out there that I've seen so far. Even at CES this year, when we've seen a lot of mobile controllers, this one does
that's
stand out
nice.
because
I like
of how
it.
convenient it is.
Yeah.
But if you want something even smaller, the M-Con Slim is even thinner. But the thing you have to worry about is that it uses trackpads instead of joysticks. So again, you have to make a compromise to get the thinnest profile possible. But I was playing Minecraft with it, and while the software is still kind of in the works, I could see that this is something different and something that is for more casual things. Like you could play Minecraft with this without a problem. I'm not going to be playing anything through Game Pass, through cloud necessarily, but for more casual things, I think this is one of the better solutions I've seen so far. So you can get the original M-Con right now, but you'll have to wait till the summer if you are interested in the M-Con Lite, and a little bit after that for the M-Con Slim.
I think I
So
could
it'll
hit
come out at the right time
Grandmaster
of that
again on
event.
COD Mobile with that. I didn't need it before, but
Geeky's also
it'll be
here at
fun to do it
CES, so
again.
you know we had to check them out.
Yeah,
Know
there you go.
them as the folks who put out some
No,
accessories.
that's what I... One of the things that I kind of noticed from going through all of these, and I think it's a big trend in gaming that I thought would be an interesting place to start the discussion. Obviously, mobile gaming is a big thing. And that phones are increasingly becoming a big platform for gaming. Nintendo has even mentioned, that, and with their hardware strategy and all this sort of thing. So I thought it was interesting that kind of like, you know what, if some of these peripherals catch on, it could... If I'm Nintendo watching this, I'm kind of like, boys, it may be time. Call the developers. Like
A Nintendo phone.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a
I
Nintendo.
mean, if I'm looking at a 3 to 5 year gaming, life cycle, if I'm doing product life cycle at Nintendo, I'm seeing this and being like, how are we not in this space?
I could picture them making something like a Nintendo version of a Motorola Razr.
Yeah, but I mean, I think being on an existing platform. I mean, I know Nintendo likes to own its own rails and own its own everything and all this type of thing, but I don't know how you see this and don't think like you're leaving market share behind.
Well, I think
It's
we
so
need to
crazy to me.
contact the Dutch again and tell them to go over there and say, fucking trade with us.
Right? No, someone just needs to show me kind of like, look,
Open your markets.
it's like, have you heard of the smartphone? Get on it, sort of thing. Yeah,
I'm gonna march over there and kiss Miyamoto-san.
that would be.
I'm gonna French him.
Yeah, that would. I think that's a good way to get arrested.
Getting Frenched
but-
in Japan.
Yeah, so it's yeah, that would be a little bit awkward. Anyway, they go into grips for your Switch and all that sort of thing. But anyway, like I said, it's CES 2026. This just came out last week, and there's just these new sorts of things going around, including some Atari, Sega stuff, and dance pads, and all sorts of things. But I thought the mobile controllers would be interesting, and I think it shows. People's phones are kind of the future of gaming, and it's getting even easier now with stuff that makes it feel like previous platforms and kind of replicates that dedicated device thing. So I thought it was interesting.
It is interesting.
So
mobile phones in Japan, or well, I guess in other parts of the world too, but mostly Japan, have like mobile gaming's new in the U.S. Like we're not used to it yet, but they've had internet cafes and all that stuff. Like that culture is normal over there.
Yeah.
But like even their old flip phones, you have full canonical studio releases for mobile games from big studios that were on cell phones that you guys would think most people would think are ancient technology by now. And they were like, what would be today a shitty flip phone you could probably find at a yard sale. Those got full studio release games on mobile for like a couple bucks,
No, I mean that was especially in Japan, because like for us, the smartphone and internet access in our pocket was a new thing back in 2008 when the iPhone came along, and then Google responded with the first Google phone, the first Android. That was new to us at the time. Japan had already had that for a decade. So for them, the smartphone, in fact, iPhone adoption was rather slow in Japan for that reason. They had already had that for a decade. They'd already, the mobile internet revolution had taken place in the 90s for them. Yeah. Yeah, and so yeah, so it was already a thing. So
watashi wa jabaru. Watashi wa jabaru. I cured my cancer with carrot juice.
So yeah, but I think these little peripherals and things just make it so much easier and intuitive, especially for the normal person. And so I think it's interesting. So it'll make for some nice clips. So
yeah,
but anyway, that's the.
I'm thinking about getting an 8-bit Do controller. Actually, I'm tired of PlayStation peripherals and new peripherals having stick drift.
Yeah,
just better just to buy cheaper third-party controllers. What you see, Connor?
I'm looking at some of the upcoming games, and one of them, I won't spoil it in case no one's watched the video yet.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's so what's it? I thought that would
next week.
Yes, I thought that'd be a good way to kind of get us started with some of these gaming peripherals. But Connor's exclamation does transition us right into segment 1, which is the biggest games coming out in 2026. Now, this video is like a half hour long, so we can't watch it and react to it. But I thought I might mention some of the games, and we can skip to that part of the video. So
yeah, it's fine, man.
Yeah. Was there one in particular you wanted to watch, Connor?
Well, I want to save it because we can watch some other ones.
Okay.
Tell us the time to go to in the video without spoiling.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Because we have...
No, not that one. Go to 23:30.
23:30.
Those are your lottery numbers for tonight.
Yeah.
If you win, though, you got to come back and subscribe and tell all your friends to subscribe.
Oh, this looks fantastic.
Oh, boy.
All right, and let's press play.
A CRPG from Xbox Game Studios, Fable seems a lot more likely for a fall release. This one is from Playground Games, the studio that gave us Forza Horizon, and I'm very curious to see how they tackle something completely different. I guess my big question is, how fast
can keep checking through the sky. That's funny.
Decals to put on the side of it.
The Lycans look sick, though. That just looks fucking sick, and I grew up playing that game.
Yeah, you were a Fable devil. You were in that.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, Fable is great.
You 100%ed that game multiple times.
Yeah, no,
I think I probably must have been pretty close to 100%ing it. Yeah.
I oh well.
Yeah,
I thought you
no,
did.
no.
I think I probably did.
I think you did. I also think you're gay and have a small penis.
Outrageous claims.
And you ruined the show with your gay voice.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't help it. I've already established this.
That's... yeah, there's also some other ones hiding in here, including 007 First Light. Will and I actually watched a video about that the other night, about how they're trying to make James Bond not a womanizer, which seems kind
he's
of
a
pointless.
modern Bond. He's a modern
man.
Bond with modern values.
Like,
I never played any of the
women.
Neo games, but it looks like Neo 3 is gonna have guns.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Now,
there's
Neo is like, if I wanted to subject myself to like the most agonizing torture, I would rather get waterboarded than play that game. Be forced to play Neo 2 till the end. No.
no, there's
what do we
also a new
have here?
Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 4 is in here. There's
looks pretty good, too.
Yes.
I didn't even know those games were a thing until like 2 nights ago. I had a video of the third one pop up. I was like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yes.
Could you
we
check
also
out
have the Elder Scrolls 6. We also have Yakuza Kiwami 3.
Yeah, let's check out Kiwami 3.
Okay.
I've been streaming Yakuza a lot.
Neo 3, the third installment in Team
No, not Neo 3. Ah!
Here we go.
2019, that version of Yakuza 3 didn't get any major graphical or gameplay improvements. Kiwami 3, on the other hand, is a full modern overhaul, so this should play as great as it looks, and the Dark Ties expansion is a whole new side story in case the regular base story of Kiryu managing an orphanage and beating a bunch of dudes' asses while he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt isn't a cool enough story on its own, which it is. It's a cool story. It's really you should play this game. I love Yakuza.
I gotta say, so that's funny though. Oh, we can watch this one next, but I gotta say something about Yakuza.
Yeah.
But it's so Yakuza 3's original release just absolutely sucks. And it almost killed the franchise here in America. Like they were like hesitant about giving us games, and they like kind of did the first 2 on PS2, and that was okay. But they got middling enough to warrant a sequel. The third one came out, and it was just horrible. The American release was horrible, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I played it myself years later, years after the fact. I didn't know anything about it. I played it years later after playing 1, 2, and 4, and now 5. Came back to it, and I suffered through that whole release. And I actually gave it to my friend Steve. I'm like, you can have this if you want to play Yakuza. You can have this for free. But this is good because now it's putting in the new modern system into the game. So, like, you could actually probably move around corners now. You could without getting stuck on like the leaves of the potted plants as you're trying to chase somebody. Can't even tell you how many times I failed that mission because I'm stuck on like a plant or some shit. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, the other one that is, because I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in a while. Towards the end of the video, there's an Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, the Black Flag coming out this year that also looks interesting.
They're remaking Black Flag. That's cool.
Yeah, well, we'll go out to the
while submerged in
Subnautica. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care.
Ooh,
anyway,
we're starting. We still don't care.
Hotline Miami 2, Sands of Time remake. That's cool.
Which isn't even officially announced yet, but which will presumably come to modern consoles and PC if and when it ever comes out. Valor Mortis is another first-person action Souls-like from the
That's a shame. Ooh, what's this?
Valor
Mortis.
Hopefully it's worth the wait.
Huh.
Is it?
I
don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. So it's still gonna be buggy as shit, probably.
Probably.
I mean, it looked like it, unless that was the original gameplay footage.
It looks like the original game. This is just a port. It looks like a cash grab port. This looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, this does look cool.
God, Spider.
That was the other one I wanted to see in that segment. I'm like, the Assassin's Creed could be good because I haven't played one in forever. But I'm like, Valor Mortis, I could be into that. So we'll
If
see.
they're
And of course,
remaking... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, I was going to say, and of course they're trying to release GTA 6 this year. So.
Yep.
Boo.
There's even
Unpopular
that
opinion.
awful looking Pokemon one that I showed you, Bo. Pokemon Pokeopia.
Yeah.
This video.
Yeah.
The horror.
On
The
March 5th,
horror.
Pokemon Pokopia
Oh.
comes to Switch 2, which sort of looks like
Pokopia.
Animal Crossing, except you play as a Ditto who is masquerading as a human being, something that will never
Oh,
not be
God,
completely
yeah, that's
unseen.
right.
It can't be
That's
unseen, bro.
awful.
It's
So awful.
terrifying.
It's so terrible.
I didn't want to see them doing that,
Ugh.
and they did
It
it
kind of makes me want to vomit. Looking at, like, I mean, kind of, my stomach just turned a little bit looking at it.
Look upon it.
Oh,
Look.
God. Ugh. It's terrible. What an abomination.
On March 5th,
Yeah, it's funny. Pokeopia, but it's like Pokopia. Pokemon Pokopia. It's funny because Nintendo fans do have to cope a lot. They're like, no, this game's good. It's so good. It's cope.
Yeah.
New Pokemon's so good. Cope.
Yeah.
$80 is worth it because it maintains its value.
No. Stop that. Stop now.
Can't wait to get the Switch 3 OLED. It'll have mild improvements.
Modest incremental improvement. That'll be $500, please. Oh. Yes, modest improvement.
Mouse
if
they're
they're
higher.
if
That
they're
game looks
remaking-
funny.
Oh, yes, it does.
Mouse PI for higher. Let me see if I can
Mouse
find
PI
a
for
timestamp.
hire. Where is that one?
And it's harkening
It's
back
about
to this game.
9:30.
9:30. Yeah, I just found it right as you said it. We arrived at the same time. Here we go.
Harkens back to Chicken Police, a game I've seen.
on the 19th, there is Crimson Desert, the single-player spin-off of Black Desert Online that is on Xbox,
Oh.
PS5, and PC. Meanwhile,
Oh,
rather
interesting.
shoot some old-timey cartoon critters and criminals.
Oh.
PI for Hire looks like a boomer shooter with
Oh,
some
that's
flashy
fun.
and aesthetics
Yeah,
that
it's
refer
cool.
to everything.
Yeah.
On March 26th, there's
Yeah.
for
Ooh, what's this? Screamer. This is Cars. Let's see this.
PS5, Xbox Series, and PC.
Zoom.
I heard about this game a while ago, and I was wondering what was taking so long because the gameplay looked like it was in a pretty good state. And then a trailer dropped during the Game Awards that answered the hell out of that question. In
Uh-oh,
addition
it's
to being a
anime
racing
cam.
game, this is also a cyberpunk anime, and it sure looks like those cutscenes took quite a while. So if you ever wished for a cross between Redline and Initial D, where you actually got to play the races, here you go.
Oh, sounds
Oh,
I could be into
That's
that.
cool.
To be honest
Yeah.
with you. Yeah, I
That sounds
could
cool.
get into that. It's
if they're remaking Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, and I hope they remake Warrior Within because that was like the early 2000s like edgelord one. And if they make the prince a modern guy with modern values, I'm going to scream. Like, no, he's kind of like he's a little bit of a dirtbag. Like, he's just in his cause, but he's very selfish.
Hourglass grade silica powder, but at some point this year that one is supposedly coming out, and hopefully it's worth the wait. Is it? I don't know.
I don't think
Yeah, I
there's
don't know
really
either.
anything beyond that. Hang on. Here, let's
It is
watch
exactly
the end of
what
this
I just
one.
described in this video that you're watching. That one is
Okay.
coming to PC as well as Switch, Xbox Series, and both the PlayStations.
This kind of looks like
Prince of
Hotline
Persia:
Miami a
Sands of
little
Time
bit.
has been in development for several dump trucks worth of hourglass grade silica powder, but at some point this year that one is supposedly coming out, and hopefully it's worth the wait. Is it?
Prince of Persia is fun. I doubt it'll be worth the wait, but it is fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
It'll
but-
be, I don't think I'm not waiting with bated breath for it to come out. No, but it'll be
No.
cool.
even need to tell you about this, but the biggest game of 2026, the 2020s as a whole, and possibly all time, assuming it ever actually comes out, is Grand Theft Auto 6, which is hitting Xbox Series and PS5 on November 19th. So now's a good time to start thinking of reasons that you are not spending Thanksgiving with your family. Basically, every other game in development right now is steering clear of this game. At this point, we've been waiting so long for this game that it just stopped seeming like something I'll ever actually get to play. But someday I think I might actually get to play it, and I hope it's this year. I'm excited to play this game. I realize that we're sort of so nose down on this game being
it's probably going to be delayed.
Come out someday that I just sort of stop even thinking about the part where I actually just get to sit down and play it. But that sounds great.
I've waited years. How many years?
I know that's a controversial opinion, but I'm looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Anyway, that takes us to the very end of games that currently have release dates, but there are a whole lot more that have vague 2026 PS5, and while Bethesda has dropped a handful of updates post-launch, I feel like players weren't quite over the moon for this one. But who knows, maybe it'll get some more tweaks and find an even busier player base when it comes to PlayStation eventually. Super Meat Boy 3D adds a whole new...
Anyway, like I said,
Super Meat Boy 3D. No, we don't have to continue. That's fun.
Yeah.
I love the first Super Meat Boy.
Indie platformer, and that one is coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and PC.
Oh, fun. Fun.
Yeah.
An extremely surreal CRPG from
Oh, there was one. Oh, it was the Battlestar Galactica one. I was kind of like, oh, that could be interesting. As someone who likes to fly ships in space.
Yeah, Battlestar. I like Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
That was a good show. So was Stargate SG-1.
That takes place inside books, but involves a whole lot less behind the original Deus Ex, and that one is sneaking onto PS5, Xbox Series, and PC at some point in 2026.
Whoop.
If you're sad we haven't gotten a brand new Metal Gear Solid game in well over a decade, you might want to keep an eye on Mudang Two Hearts, which looks like a similar blend of
Mudang
military stuff and completely over-the-top sci-fi nonsense, and that one is coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and PC as well.
Yeah, so long story long is we have a quite exciting year in games. Even a Tropico 7 is coming. That was always a cute game.
Oh, Tropico, yeah.
Yeah, Tropico is always fun. Yeah, it's a big year in gaming. There's a lot here. There's Resident Evil Requiem, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition, Resident Evil Village Gold Edition. Those are obviously nothing new and exciting there, but yeah, just a lot of stuff. If I still owned an Xbox, I would be very excited for Forza. But it's yeah, just a lot of stuff. New Star Wars stuff. There's a little bit of honestly kind of everything for everybody in here.
Indeed.
Yeah, so. Even the Ace Combat 8.
Wings of Thief is the latest entry in the long-running jet pilot sim that is trying to tempt me into playing it with sequences of stuff happening outside of
it's an iconic
so
franchise.
Impressively realistic, it makes me forget that I don't actually enjoy the parts of these games where you fly the jet. Don't get me wrong, I think jets are the coolest thing ever invented, and I think this game looks gorgeous and probably has very good aerial dogfighting, but aerial dogfighting in video games just never really clicks for me. Can I just play the parts where you eat hamburgers with this guy and drink beer with your friends on the aircraft carrier? It looks incredible. Look at those potatoes. They're so realistic. The jets are also realistic. That one's on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Remedy's David Lynchian
So, anyway, like I said, lots of really great games this year. Lots of stuff, a little bit for everybody. Yeah, it's I see some things that I actually might buy and play, which is very rare for me because I don't have a lot of time to play games. So, it's yeah. So, anyway,
it's an investment, and it's got to be good if you're going to spend that much time and money on it.
Yeah. I tend to be pretty picky, but I'm also hoping that this year will lead to improvements on lots of fronts, and where we will be playing games and streaming and doing stuff all the time because so many people are enjoying the show. So, but in any case, do we feel like we've covered the new games, covered everything you guys are excited about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good to move on.
Good. All right, so now we're up to segment 2 where Will tells a sexy story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means, so I'm just gonna... Will, take it away.
Oh, okay. Let me get into character.
Please hold. while we set up for this story.
All right. Am I center?
Yeah.
Okay. It was a warm... Oh, sorry. Hold on. This is a love story on the set of Twins 2. Shrek Vito. It was a warm summer day when Danny DeVito walked onto the set of Twins 2. A cavalcade of non-union crew workers, scriptwriters, and top-grossing actors swarmed Universal Studios, making it hard for Danny DeVito to bustle his way to Czechoslovakian-born Canadian film producer and director Ivan Reitman, who is best known for his comedy work on films such as Meatballs, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, and of course the classic 1988 masterpiece that is Twins. Twins was such a universally loved success in the year 2015, the film executives decided to make a sequel. DeVito says, "Hey Ivan, what am I supposed to be doing right now?" in his surly, sexy New Jersey accent. Ivan says, "We are about to shoot the scene where you and Schwarzenegger have to fight the evil alien mastermind," Ivan replied. Danny began to get very excited at this prospect, as it was the action-ending sequence with aliens that made Danny so willing to sign on to the film in the first place. Danny began walking over to the Super Space Merch space station set when he felt a sharp pain shoot across his face. Suddenly, Danny was on the floor, screeching in pain, while a moist black sickness seeped into his clothes. "Oh my, are you okay?" a musty voice cried out in a heavy Scottish accent. "Yeah, I'll be fine," said Danny as he mustered himself to his feet. Danny looked up to see a beautiful man, standing 8 feet tall. It took a minute for Danny to piece together what happened. The Scottish lad was an intern on the set of Twins 2. He was trying to deliver his coffee when his leg ended up in the proximity of Danny's beautiful Hollywood mug, spilling the contents of coffee cups on Danny. "It's a miracle I survived that unfortunate injury," thought Danny. "His knee is the same height as my face." "Is everything all right, Mr. DeVito?" Ivan rushed over, said. "Everything's fine," retorted Danny. "There's no need to fire anyone. I'll be fine. Just let me go to my trailer to clean up." "Okay, we're going to shoot the scene tomorrow, so be ready." Second chapter. Am I still okay here? Sorry, my computer made a noise.
Nope, you're still good.
Okay. Danny made his way to his large studio trailer before disrobing his coffee-stained polo shirt, exposing his sexy, well-toned stomach. The years had made Danny's physique flabby and fleshy, but he was still a very attractive man of his age. Danny found a towel in his trailer bathroom and wrung the gooey black substance from his thick, coarse chest hair. For a reason unbeknownst to Danny, he felt tempted to take a taste of the ebony elixir. He took the hairy, moist towel and stuffed the entire thing into his mouth. How weird, Danny thought. It tastes just like onions. Suddenly, a chill ran through the air, like a marathon runner runs through a track. The scent of onions pulsed through the air in an erotic aroma that made Danny pull down his breeches and whip his long, uncircumcised penis into his hand. "Who's there?" Danny asked while stroking his dick in a classy way. A ghostly Scottish voice replied, "Oh, Danny, have you forgotten me already?" Danny turned around to find himself face to knee with an 8-foot whelp of an intern that had spilled the coffee on him earlier. It wasn't until that moment Danny realized this mysterious Scottish heartthrob was green of skin. Danny had seen his face before. He says, "I think I know you. I've seen your face before. Oh, you might have seen me in the 2001 American computer-animated fantasy comedy film produced by PDI and DreamWorks, released by DreamWorks Pictures, directed by Andrew Adamson and Vicky Jensen, featuring the voices of Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and John Lithgow. It's entitled Shrek. Upon hearing these words, Danny fell to his knees. "Oh, Shrek," he cried. "How did I not recognize you?" Shrek took his long, penis-like fingers and raised Danny's head. "It's okay, little one. We all make mistakes. I will forgive you if you will suck my penis." "Okay," replied Danny. Okay, replied Danny. Danny got to his feet and tried to undo the massive lace on Shrek's sexy, alluring pants. It was like a small child trying to reach for a cookie jar on top of the refrigerator. "Let me help you with that." Shrek snapped his fingers, and suddenly Danny and Shrek were suddenly 100% naked. It was awesome. Shrek's massive donger reached all the way to the floor. Danny tried to put it in his mouth, but it was hopeless. "It won't fit," Danny said hopelessly. Danny loved Shrek and wanted to give him sexual pleasure, but he could not suffice. "It's okay, little one. You do have another hole, remember?" End.
That is
Man, I'm all steamed up in here.
Yeah, I mean,
Gonna have to shower tonight.
Yes, on top of just the implications of Danny DeVito and Shrek, that's a whole, yeah. But
the next time I do this segment, I'll read Sonic and Obama.
Oh boy.
That's somehow more disturbing, but I don't know why.
Well,
like,
canonically,
Danny
Obama
DeVito
does
and
know
Shrek are kind of like. Well, I'm just saying, like David, like that's fun. Like that's a funny combo, but like Sonic the Hedgehog and the 44th president of the United States, Barack Obama. That's
gotta go fast.
Canonically,
like I said, somehow that's more disturbing. How does that work?
He has a picture of him on his desk. I'm dead serious. In the game, President Obama has a picture of Sonic and Shadow on his desk, framed.
That's still, again, somehow more frightening. I don't know why.
Obama.
Yeah, there was, oh my god, there was somebody on TikTok the other night that had done a whole cut of Trump and people's names, and it was absolutely hilarious. One of these days you may have to go through my TikTok bookmarks folder and find funny things.
You got a dog wife, Ted.
Here's the funny part is, like, people expect first ladies to be attractive. They almost never have been. Like, if you look at former first ladies, it's remarkable when a hot one comes along, because typically they're not. Like, and this goes even back to the 19th century. Like, Mary Todd Lincoln was not terribly attractive. She was a good match for Abe because she came from money and had money, but she wasn't terribly attractive. And some of them were terrible. I forget the Herbert Hoover's wife. She had a terrible name too. Not attractive.
Agartha.
Eleanor Roosevelt, lovely but lesbian. Sort of thing. Mamie Eisenhower, no help there. Like, that's what made Jackie Kennedy so remarkable, because Mamie Eisenhower was very kind of playing this sort of thing. Pat Nixon, lovely but not exciting. Rosalind Carter, lovely, not exciting. Betty Ford was hot. you know, that was kind of nice. That was a nice little attractive interlude in the 70s. Nancy Reagan, mid, but that's, you know, fine, sort of thing. And then we got the Barbara Bush, and then we had Hillary Clinton.
Barbara.
Yeah. If anything,
Barbara and her pearls.
I know the bar is so on the floor. Laura Bush was considered attractive as first ladies go, you know, sort of thing.
Hillary.
So
when Hillary was younger, she was really hot. I mean, like, she was still pretty when he got into office, but
yeah, and the problem, Hillary fundamentally is an act. She's a brown, mousy-haired academic, and when they got in, everyone wanted her to be more. So she dyed her hair blonde. That was a whole big thing in the early 90s. You know, dyed her hair blonde and started wearing different clothes because she's a mousy-haired academic. You know, a pair of Birkenstocks and a Subaru, and Hillary Clinton's happy.
Do you ever see the conspiracy video of her vomiting up eggs into a glass of water?
Yes.
She's like,
yeah. Yeah, and then also, you know, and then also there's, and then also, like, Michelle Obama was remarkable, because, like, Michelle Obama was younger.
Like,
so we had, like, 2 attractive first ladies. We've had a nice run, because we had Laura Bush, good, Michelle Obama, better, Melania, super hot, and then Jill Biden, but then Melania again. So, like, we've had a nice run here in, like, from 2000 to now of, like, attractive first, like that was one of the things in the 2000 election, is everyone thought, like, Tipper Gore was really unattractive, or back in 92, like, Dan Quayle's wife was famously kind of unattractive. People made fun of her for it, and
ugly bitch. Just like, what, you know?
Rush Limbaugh had some very unfortunate things to say about women back then, including very famously of Chelsea Clinton. Rush Limbaugh did not think that Chelsea, who was like 12 or 13 when the Clintons got into office, did not think Chelsea Clinton was terribly attractive. So that was, and she was literally she was like 12, 13 when they got into office. So that was a big controversy at the beginning of the Clinton presidency, was Rush Limbaugh commenting on basically a child's appearance for public points.
Your kid's ugly and no one will want to have sex with them.
That was low-key the implication at the time. So, yeah, again, when people talk about this as a new thing, it really isn't. But that's not this show. That's for, if you want that commentary, the Cameron Joel News Hour, Mondays at 7. Anyway, back to this show, which is way more fun, despite my tirade about attractive first ladies. There's this other game that I thought you guys might be into called Masters of Albion, and I thought we might watch the trailer and react.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hang on, let me change this overlay, though. Alright, here we go. And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do that and that.
Ooh.
And...
Hey, I remember that. So Albion's the land that Fable takes place in. If
I
I'm
did
correct.
not know that.
I believe so. Yeah.
This looked like
As
it
a
might be
resident
up
of
our
Albion,
alley.
I've seen it all. Life's a little stranger in my neck of the woods, see? There's Big Hand, for one thing. Controlling all our towns. Building all our buildings. Making weapons for our heroes.
Hello, Big Brute.
But what really freaks folk out is when Big Hand takes possession of them and goes exploring and questing. Fact is, Hand will even slide inside the mind of our pets if we let it.
Whoa.
But we wouldn't have it any other way. Because Big Hand is our protector, see? Because once the sun's gone down, creatures of the night rise up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
Come calling. We have heroes to stand and fight, of course, but Big Fingers is the keystone in this castle.
Big fingers.
Right now, we have a vacancy that needs filling. There's one seat empty in this story. That of the Master. Might you be the one to sit on his throne? Might you be the next Master of Albion?
A god game. Yeah, that looks cool.
It looks pretty fun. I don't usually play those types of games, but that looks pretty sick.
I thought you guys might be into it. I thought I'd put it out there. So,
it's part RTS, part village building and farming, part tower defense. I like it.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, I was going through IGN looking for stuff for this week because we really didn't have anything for the show this week. So I'm like, let me gather some. I saw him kind of like, oh, the guys might like this. I'm kind of into it because I love a good RTS like that. I'm the RTS guy of the group. And
the last RTS game I played was Command and Conquer 3 Red Alert, or not Red Alert, the green one.
So I thought you guys might be into this. So I'm like, I'm gonna put this up and see if they're into it or not. And so I was right. I have a 50% success rate with whether the guys are into stuff or not. So I was writing bios for Substack a couple weeks ago, and I wrote both of them and I sent them around, and Connor said, mine sounds great, and Will's like, that's hot garbage, I'll send you something. I'm like, my 50% success rate continues. I have a solid 50%. So
that was pretty funny.
Yeah. No, my solid 50% success rate continues.
Yeah, I don't even remember what you wrote, but I remember telling him, like, absolutely not.
Oh, I said you're in a taco of the First Order and you recoiled in horror.
Oh my god, yeah, that was... Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, let's not even talk about that.
Don't remind me.
Yes, but...
I thought the same thing. When I read it, I thought the same thing about yours. Like, he's not gonna like that.
I mean, it was kind of honestly meant to be cringy and all this type of thing, but that's why I said I maintain a 50%.
Well, it was.
Yeah,
mission accomplished.
If your objective was to get me to write, to get the free bio out of me, you're like, let me send him this cringe one.
Yeah. No, they were meant to be a bit silly and a bit cringy, and so I actually rewrote mine. I didn't use my stock bio that I use on everything. I actually wrote an original one that was more fun. So, well, because all the official ones are usually Cameron Lee Cowan, MA, MFA is a political commentator, blah, blah. It's all it's not fun. Like, the show's fun. It's all serious shit. So I rewrote one that was, like, fun, sort of thing. But, yeah, nice. So... Well, that brings us 8 minutes to the hour. It's time for dessert. We've eaten well. So there's a rumor running around that Disney is going back to hand-drawn animation, as they should. Should have never left it, but yeah. And there was something pasted in here that is in way too small a text. We can't read that.
Oh, yeah. I put it in there as tiny so it wouldn't explode the document. Sorry.
No, thank you. Yeah.
Or if you want to read it.
No, I've got it here. I'll read it. It says Walt Disney Animation Studios hasn't made a fully 2D animated film since 2011's Winnie the Pooh, but is that about to change? Chief Creative Officer of Walt Disney Animation Studios, Jared Bush, recently spoke to the Wrap and teased that just might happen. Quote, "I love 2D," unquote, Bush said. Quote, "Right now we have 2D artists who are doing some bonkers amazing things. I'll leave it at that," unquote, teased Bush to a crowd at the Annecy Animation Film Festival. From Wreck-It Ralph to the more recent Moana 2, Walt Disney Animation Studios has released 12 films since Winnie the Pooh, and all have been CG animated films, rather. The switch to 2D from CG likely occurred due to a loss in know-how for traditional hand animation techniques and rising production costs. To combat the first problem, Bush teased that he recently convinced Disney animation legend Ron Clements, the great mouse detective Little Mermaid, to come out of retirement and teach the current generation of animators.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a link from Toonauto.com about that. But yeah, that's...
Yeah, they fucked Roger Clements up the ass with one of those brooms from Fantasia. That guy got treated so unfairly.
Yeah.
And it's not because lack of talent around. It's that they fucked all of them over and they went full CG and they did everything in their power to like not promote the 2D movies. At that they sabotaged their promotion periods and then they went full CG and oh, big surprise. People are like, "Where's the 2D?"
I mean, when the early 3D CG stuff came out, I wasn't a fan. It has grown on me because I've seen it done better. Like, so there's one show I love to watch called Care Bears Unlock the Magic. It's on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time I felt like they struck a chord between the 2D style that we're familiar with the more modern 3D stuff that the kids are familiar with, because the show's for children. I love the Care Bears, so I don't care, but this show is for children. And so I feel like the more recent stuff is better, but I think it could be, I think it's been long enough now that there could be sort of a vintage flair to the whole thing. I do laugh about bringing old guys out of retirement to teach the new generation how to do the old styles and all this type of thing, but it's it's an interesting idea. I think at this point Bob Iger's got to be desperate. Anything for a breakthrough hit at this point.
Oh yeah, Bob Iger news. I got some Bob Iger news after we're done.
Oh no, I'm just talking to talk. Go ahead.
Oh, Bob Iger, they just suspended and reduced the salaries of Sunny Hostin and Whoopi and Joy Behar from The View.
That's not too surprising.
They were on a 6-episode suspension. They just suspended it again, and they reduced. Get this: Sunny Hostin was making $1 million, and then she negotiated her contract up to $2 million because she won't shut up about the thing. Bob Iger's like, "Can you please stop?" And she's like, "No." And so now she's making $800,000. And she's suspended for 12 episodes now, and same with same with all of them.
It's obviously, when it comes to a show like that, we're into ABC News now, or the ABC division of Disney. When it comes to that, it's quite obvious, a lot of things that are said, it's creating negative viral moments, that it's creating a certain narrative about the show. And given, the lawsuits and all this type of thing that ABC has paid off with all this sort of thing, they're not in the mood for one, another lawsuit that will be expensive, and two, more negative press. So I'm sure all of this is a factor. I would not be at all surprised if after 28 years, if The View, actually I think they're more than 30 now, I wouldn't be surprised if that show's not long for this world. So.
I was never really a Joy Behar fan, but I always loved Whoopi Goldberg. I got nothing against the girls of The View. Maybe they're a little uninformed, or maybe they just don't care about some things. But yeah, they're just. It's just I can't fathom though working at that level, and because you and me and Connor, we've dealt with real dangerous emergent situations, and we've received heat from the top down on us, So I can't believe in like I'm just kind of stunned in a situation where you're making this much money and you're on so many broadcasting places. Like, these people are serious. Like, lawyers are in the room, your execs are they're renegotiating your contract, and they're talking about getting rid of you because you're causing, and you still keep doing it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, you just stop. Just stop for a minute. Give it like a 3-episode break. You give Donald Trump more air than he does on the news.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, you know, and I think also, you know, the mood has changed, narratives change, all this type of thing. And I feel like there's just other things to talk about.
Yeah,
One
no,
of the
I
things,
didn't mean to get like so far off into the weeds with this, but just as far as Bob Iger and The View and
yeah.
ABC's division of Disney,
No,
or Disney.
I think one of the things that I've always done in like my news coverage that isn't usually true of a lot of other of my colleagues is I don't tend to talk about politicians a lot. People always come to me about it, like, well, I'm kind of like, politicians are a lagging indicator. They respond to popular trends. By the time a politician's talking about it, it's already been talked about for weeks and months and weeks, sort of thing. Politicians, they very rarely have anything interesting to say or anything interesting to add. Therefore, I tend not to talk about them. I tend to skip straight to the issue and what people are saying and talking about, and I tend to avoid unless they're saying something prescient. I think there's better, more interesting things to talk about and to address and be focused on than just the actions of Trump the person. And I'm
Like
not
the
saying
Epstein files.
among a litany of other things. And so that's why I've always kept my coverage on all things very much focused on the matter at hand. Politicians sometimes play a part of that, and I'll mention it when their actions are important. But keeping focused on the issue at hand is a much more productive discussion. I think people are also, regardless of their political affiliation at this point, people are looking for information. They're looking for guidance. They're maybe looking for a way out, an off ramp, understanding what's going on, all this type of thing. And
CameronJournal.com.
CameronJournal.com. Yeah, sign up for the newsletter.
CameronJournal.com.
I can't imagine having that kind of a platform and not focusing in that direction. So I agree with you, and I think a couple of those ladies are very short-sighted, and as someone who is an overeducated liberal coastal elite, I will say there's a reason why Sarah Haynes and that other gal are not the ones being suspended. Sarah Haynes is a moderate from the Midwest. She's from Iowa. That's why I love listening to her, is because she's not a coastal elite. She's from Iowa. She has family that makes casseroles for Thanksgiving, and I always love what she has to say because she's a very moderate suburban mom.
Would you sample her casserole, Connor?
Sample what? Sorry?
The casserole.
The casserole?
From Sarah Haynes on The View. Yeah.
Yes,
she's hot. She's blonde.
The mystic casserole.
Hot, yes. You know, so I always enjoy what she has to say, but there's definitely a reason for that, and that's and the unfortunate reality is that's not. It might make certain people who have certain political opinions feel better, and I'm not saying that I don't love to sometimes feel better with my own political opinions, but when you have that type of a platform, you have to think more. You have to think beyond, you know, and that, well, and beyond the petty day-to-day day trading politics and onto the bigger issues affecting society, because a lot of these issues will persist regardless of who's holding what office.
Yep.
You know, as someone who's been a member of the media for 20 years in some form or another, you know, I've been in charge of, my first magazine I ran was a politics magazine for the Tea Party. The next magazine I ran was for a nightlife situation. I ran a magazine that was basically advertising for escorts. I mean, all of, like, I've been in media off and on. I've done some form of my show for the past decade. Like, as someone who's been in media for a very long time.
Oh, I got to ask you about that next time, about running an escort magazine. That's funny. We got to talk about that next week.
It was called Pillow Talk. Yeah, that was
Pillow Talk.
Yeah, and I also had a very interesting affair with my assistant at the time. That's a whole other story.
Oh boy, Stassi, more sexiness coming up.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. that was a whole thing, and then the place got raided by the FBI at the end after I quit. So, but there's a lot that happens in between all of that. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. If you want better, different political coverage, CameronJournal.com, and the news hour is every Sunday or every Monday at 7 p.m. So, but then that brings us to 5. So, final thoughts and things for the day of the week.
Everyone stay safe out there.
Ooh. May I do the outro?
Yes, sure.
All right. Thank you for stopping by and watching The Living Joke. Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Check out our Substack, thelivingjoke.substack.com. It really means a lot for us to be here bringing stuff to you. We're having a lot of fun. We want to bring more stuff to you, so help us get there, help us grow. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. You can find Connor at AGreyCrow01 on Twitch. You can find me covering the Rumble channel, Living Joke /C/Rumble, or whatever it is, Rumble /C/Living Joke. That's what it is. Yeah, check out Cameron at CameronJournal.com, and yeah, call somebody that you haven't called in a while and say hey.
Absolutely. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.